Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. The Warriors were slow to make signings, but they brought in Al Horford and quickly agreed to a deal with former point guard De'Anthony Melton. The Warriors, known for their championship history, understand the stakes. They've made sure to add depth to their roster and maintain a high level of play during a grueling season. De'Anthony Melton returns to Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors have made a significant move in free agency, bringing back former guard De'Anthony Melton as they prepare for what promises to be an intensely competitive Western Conference season. A familiar face. Melton, who previously donned the Warriors jersey, is set to rejoin the squad after a stint that showcased his defensive prowess and ability to contribute on the offensive end. The decision to welcome him back reflects the team's strategic approach to fortifying their roster as they aim to reclaim their dominance in the league. The Western Conference is gearing up for a fierce battle in the upcoming season. With teams like the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Dallas Mavericks making significant moves, the competition is expected to be relentless. The Warriors, known for their championship pedigree, understand the stakes. They are determined to enhance their roster depth and maintain a high level of play throughout the grueling season. Melton's impact. Melton's return is particularly noteworthy given his ability to impact games on both ends of the court. His defensive tenacity adds a crucial element to the Warriors' lineup, enabling them to guard against the dynamic offenses within the conference. Additionally, his capacity to score in transition and create plays will be invaluable as Golden State looks to maintain its fast-paced style of basketball. Looking ahead. As the Warriors integrate Melton back into their system, they are also focused on developing their younger talents and fine-tuning their strategies. The front office's commitment to solidifying their roster indicates a clear vision for the franchise to compete at the highest level and secure another championship banner. With Melton back in the fold, the Warriors are not just aiming for the playoffs but are setting their sights on a deep postseason run. The Western Conference is poised for an exhilarating season, and Golden State is ready to meet the challenge head-on. Al Horford's move to Warriors ramps up pressure on Jonathan Kuminga to step up in NBA showdown. Al Horford's arrival heightens expectations for Jonathan Kuminga. The NBA landscape is shifting once again, and with it comes a wave of implications for emerging talents. The recent report of Al Horford's impending agreement with the Golden State Warriors not only adds a seasoned veteran to the roster but also intensifies the spotlight on Jonathan Kuminga, the team's promising young forward. Horford's experience and leadership. Al Horford, a multi-time All-Star, brings a wealth of experience and a championship pedigree to the Warriors. His presence on the court is expected to provide invaluable mentorship, particularly in high-pressure situations that often define playoff basketball. For a team like Golden State, which has its sights set on another title run, Horford's ability to command the paint and facilitate plays will be crucial. Yet, the acquisition of Horford also shifts the dynamics within the team, particularly for Kuminga, who is at a pivotal stage in his career. Drafted 7th overall in 2021, Kuminga is still working to carve out a definitive role in the Warriors' rotation. While he has shown flashes of brilliance, the consistency required to secure a significant place in the lineup remains elusive. With Horford joining the Warriors, the competition for playing time intensifies. Kuminga must now seize the moment to demonstrate that he can thrive alongside established players. The pressure is palpable. He will need to showcase his ability to contribute meaningfully to the team's success while also learning from a veteran like Horford. Kuminga's athleticism and potential have been evident in his previous performances, but the challenge lies in translating that potential into consistent production. The Warriors' coaching staff, led by Steve Kerr, will be watching closely to see how Kuminga adapts to the increased competition and the expectations that come with it. Looking ahead. As the Warriors prepare for the upcoming season, all eyes will be on both Horford and Kuminga. While Horford's acquisition undoubtedly strengthens the roster, it also serves as a reminder of the urgency for Kuminga to step up. His development this season could very well play a crucial role in the Warriors' quest for another championship. The stage is set for Kuminga to rise to the occasion, and how he responds to this new challenge will shape not only his future but also the team's fortunes in the coming months. Warriors' next trade target is crystal clear if Jonathan Kuminga does the unthinkable. The $7.9 million qualifying offer still seems like an unthinkable option for Jonathan Kuminga given the money he'd be giving up, yet it's still on the table and a legitimate option based on what his agent, Aaron Turner, has recently told the media amid negotiations with the Golden State Warriors. Kuminga taking the qualifying offer would be a disaster for the Warriors, but it would open up some financial flexibility and one less major contract they'd be tied to going forward. Perhaps Golden State could then be more aggressive targeting lower contract players, particularly those who are still on rookie contracts and who they may be willing to pay in a way their current teams aren't. Tari Eason could become the next Warriors trade target. Tari Eason might fit that mold as a player currently looking for a rookie extension, but whose current team in the Houston Rockets might not be willing to match what he's after. With Alperen Sengun and Jabari Smith Jr. both getting extensions in the past 12 months, along with the addition of 2x Finals MVP Kevin Durant, it's not yet clear if a deal will be forthcoming for Eason according to Jake Fisher of the Stein Line on Saturday. Less clear is whether the Rockets and Tari Eason can come to terms on a rookie-scale contract before the party's October 20 deadline on the night before Houston opens the regular season as Oklahoma City's ring night visiting foe, Fisher wrote. Given Amen Thompson will also be due an extension next offseason, it wouldn't be totally surprising if one of these talented Rockets young players falls out over the next couple of years. If that's the case, Golden State should be ready to take advantage despite their unpleasant history with Eason in recent times. Look beyond the heated on- and off-court words over the past 18 months, there's no doubt Eason would be an excellent fit at the Warriors as a versatile forward who has already bought into the role player aspects that Kuminga simply hasn't. The former 17th overall pick averaged a career-high 12 points last season, shooting 48.7% from the floor and 34.2% from three-point range. He also added 6.4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.7 steals and nearly a block per game, proving a two-way force and aiding the Rockets jump up to the second seed in the Western Conference. If the Warriors don't pay Kuminga, and the Rockets signal their intentions by not extending Eason, Warriors search for assistant coach lands on head coach's son. After what was clearly a grueling interview process, the Warriors promoted Nick Kerr to assistant coach. That's a big deal. Just like DVD thief turned international crime fighter Dominic Toretto, the Golden State Warriors are all about family. Owner Joe Lacob's son Kirk is the team's executive vice president of basketball operations. His brother Kent Lacob was vice president of basketball development until last summer. Now, head coach Steve Kerr's son has been promoted to assistant coach. The younger Kerr was head coach of the Santa Cruz Warriors, the team's G League affiliate, for the last 2 seasons. Before that, he spent 2 seasons an assistant coach for the C-Dubs, following 3 years with the Warriors working as a video coordinator and in player development. He started his NBA coaching career as an film assistant with the San Antonio Spurs during the 2017-18 season, hired by his father's mentor, Greg Popovich. The Spurs would play the Warriors in the first round of that year's playoffs, where Coach Pop jokingly held a vote to ban Nick Kerr from team meetings, only to overrule it. Eventually, the 2 head coaches had to officially announce to the media they would stop teasing the Spurs in turn. Did Kerr get his job by nepotism? Of course. The younger Kerr admitted it to SF-Gate in 2023. I would never have gotten into the NBA without a family connection. I don't blame anyone for saying I have privilege. I had not even a crack in the door, I had the door wide open for me. At the same time, Kerr has put in the work. He worked unglamorous jobs for the Spurs and Warriors for years, working on game film and development drills for players. Kerr the younger played 4 years of college basketball at San Diego, then did a walk-on year at Cal, followed by a season as a graduate assistant. Kerr moved on to the Santa Cruz Warriors for the 2021-22 season, then got a promotion to head coach in 2023. He went 20-14 in each of the last 2 seasons and made the playoffs each time, while overseeing the development of current Warriors Quinton Post, Gue Santos, as well former Warriors Pat Spencer Lester Quinones, who won Most Improved Player in 2023. Steve Kerr has said in the past that he's not good at developing young players, no shit Warriors Twitter, so he likes having younger assistants able to handle that aspect, especially with shorter training camps and the limited opportunities for practicing during the regular season. It's not clear how Nick Kerr feels about Jonathan Kuminga's fit on the team, or about a third-year team option on his contract, but we thankfully only have 2 more days to speculate about this. As far as Nepo babies in the NBA are concerned, the Warriors like that in their coaches, executives, and players. General Manager Mike Dunleavy, Jr. is a coach's kid. Steph Curry's father had a long NBA career, and his brother Seth, future Warrior, is married to an NBA coach's daughter whose son played in the NBA. Former Warriors Klay Thompson's dad was the #1 pick in the NBA draft, and the newest Warrior Alabama Horford is also the son of an NBA player. TJD's father played in the NBA as well, though he was brought up by his stepdad. In the NBA, Denver Nuggets coach David Adelman is the son of a longtime NBA coach, as was his predecessor, Michael Malone. The Minnesota Timberwolves employed Flip Saunders and his son Ryan as head coaches, while Miami Heat coach Eric Spoelstra is the son of a longtime NBA executive. Sometimes the Nepo babies grow up to be talented Nepo adults. So congratulations to the Warriors' newest assistant coach. We can't believe he hasn't started going by Nicholas yet. Brutal Kevin Durant snub looks even worse for Warriors amid. For a brief period leading up to the February midseason trade deadline, it appeared as if a blockbuster reunion between Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors was on the cards. The Warriors and Suns were both on board, but unfortunately Durant wasn't, as the 2X Finals MVP blocked a move back to his former team. Over 6 months on, and Durant's brutal snub now looks even worse, particularly with Golden State continuing their free agency stalemate with young forward Jonathan Kuminga. Warriors missed their opportunity to trade Jonathan Kuminga. According to Kuminga's agent Aaron Turner during an appearance on the Hoop Collective with ESPN's Brian Windhorst and Anthony Slater, the Warriors weren't motivated to get an extension done last summer because it would have limited their ability to trade the 22-year-old during the season. That poison pill provision that would have said, hey, if you trade them out, that team has to take them back at 25-26 salary. They would have no chance to get a Kevin Durant like they almost did last year with JK being the centerpiece, Turner said. So that was the choice they made. They didn't want to do a deal. Again, no one was upset about that. A poison pill contract refers to a player in their 4th year who has signed an extension off their rookie contract. They become almost impossible to trade during the season because the outgoing salary is still only the 4th and final year of their rookie deal, but the incoming salary to the team they go to is the average of that 4th year and the extension. So, according to Turner, the Warriors wanted to retain their flexibility and opportunity to trade Kuminga before February's deadline. The problem is that when that time came, Golden State missed it and are now left with this drawn-out free agency process with Kuminga, which everyone is getting sick and tired of. More specifically, they missed the opportunity because Durant rejected them. Kuminga would have been part of that deal and would have headed to the Suns, with the Pacific rival having since shown strong interest in the former 7th overall pick this summer, only for the Warriors to reject any sign-and-trade proposals. In a roundabout way, we can attribute some of the blame for this free agency frustration on Durant, even if it's still largely on Golden State, who have had multiple other opportunities to trade Kuminga throughout his 4 years with the franchise to date. To make matters worse, Durant has since been traded to the Houston Rockets this offseason, who now appear one of the top forces in the Western Conference after losing to the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs. Jimmy Butler ranks number 18 in ESPN's NBA Top 100 list. ESPN clearly values playoff performance and high-quality coffee in their ranking of NBA players. Jimmy Butler had a very volatile 2024-25 season. He started the season in conflict with the Miami Heat, who refused to extend the player who led them to the NBA Finals in 2020 and 2023. Butler got suspended, dyed his hair in the colors of teams working to trade for him, and ultimately played just 25 games. Then, Miami traded Butler to the Golden State Warriors, and it became clear that Butler was still one of the NBA's elite players. That's how he ended up number 18 on ESPN's top 100 players list, up from number 28 last year. The Warriors won 14 of the first 15 games Butler played for the team, ultimately going 23-7 with Butler in the lineup to close the season. He scored 25 points against the Houston Rockets in his first playoff game, then suffered an injury when Amen Thompson inadvertently undercut Butler on a rebound. Butler rushed back from his injury in Game 4, scoring 20-plus points in 3 of the remaining games of the series, including a 20-point, 8-rebound, 7-assist effort in 45 minutes in Game 7. Overall, Butler averaged 17.6 points, 6.1 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and over a steal per game, despite playing injured and without Steph Curry for the final 4 games. ESPN's Anthony Slater wrote, "The drama to close his Miami chapter kept him off the court for the majority of last season. His Warriors stint was short: 30 regular season games, 11 playoff games, but spectacular in all the impact metrics. Most notably, winning. The Warriors were 25-26 when he arrived. They finished on a 23-8 sprint and beat the second-seeded Rockets in the first round. Butler's hard fall on his tailbone in that series sapped some of his pop the rest of the playoffs, but word from those around Butler is that he has had an extremely motivated summer of work, and they expect him to come out of the gate steaming. The question for Butler and his post-prime teammates is how their bodies progress over the 82-game grind. Butler's combination of playmaking, rebounding, and clutch shot-making are all crucial for the Warriors. As is his ability to get to the foul line. In just 30 games, Butler ranked 3rd on the team in free throw attempts, just 4 behind Jonathan Kuminga. Butler averaged 7.7 FTAs and made 87% of his freebies. He also plays tremendous defense, picking up 1.7 steals per game as the undersized Warriors ended up 7th in the NBA in defensive rating. For reference, the main piece heading to Miami in the Butler trade, Andrew Wiggins, ranked number 89 on the list, and his write-up was mainly about how it was disappointing he never became a superstar and discussing the likelihood he would get traded during the season. Rude. Butler's spot on the list is one behind Orlando Magic forward Paolo Banchero, one ahead of Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics, and Los Angeles Clippers environmentalist Kawhi Leonard. In case you're worried, it does not appear that Joe Lacob has invested a cent into Big Face Coffee. Number 10 is number 18. Seems like the right spot for the future Hall of Famer,